Dricus du Plessis recently shared his thoughts on Khamzat Chimaev's call-out of Alex Pereira, which has stirred significant discussion in the MMA community. Chimaev, known for his boldness and relentless self-belief, has been vocal about wanting to face Pereira at light heavyweight, 205 pounds. However, du Plessis made it clear that he doesn't see a path to victory for Chimaev against the reigning champion, praising Pereira's skill, power, and size advantage. Speaking about the potential matchup, du Plessis acknowledged that Khamzat has always been known for his wild and ambitious callouts, but in his view, this particular challenge crosses into unrealistic territory. He's always had crazy callouts, du Plessis said, emphasizing that Chimaev's confidence is admirable but doesn't necessarily align with the reality of the fight game. He went on to explain that Pereira is operating on another level right now, both technically and mentally, calling him one of the greatest combat sports athletes of this era. Du Plessis highlighted Pereira's evolution as a fighter, noting his remarkable transition from kickboxing to becoming one of the most dominant figures in mixed martial arts. He pointed out how Pereira's performances inside the octagon, especially at light heavyweight, have solidified his reputation as one of the sport's elite. According to du Plessis, Pereira's recent bout against Magomed Ankalaev demonstrated his sheer physical presence and adaptability at 205 pounds. Even at light heavyweight, he looked so big against Ankalaev. It was crazy, du Plessis remarked, stressing that size and power would play a massive role in any potential clash with Chimaev. While he acknowledged Chimaev's talent and fearlessness, du Plessis maintained that a matchup with Pereira would be a step too far for him. He believes that the hype surrounding such a fight is more about entertainment and headlines than competitive reality. "I don't think there's any realistic chance of that happening," he concluded, suggesting that while the idea might excite fans, it's unlikely to materialize anytime soon. In essence, du Plessis's comments reflected both respect and realism, recognizing Chimaev's star power and ambition but also reaffirming Pereira's dominance as a multi-division threat. As speculation continues, his words add another voice to the growing debate over whether Khamzat Chimaev truly belongs in the same conversation as Alex Pereira at light heavyweight. Dan Hooker recently shared his reaction to Arman Tsarukyan's game plan for their upcoming main event clash at UFC Qatar *, and as expected, the Hangman delivered his thoughts with both confidence and experience. Tsarukyan has made his intentions very clear heading into the fight. He plans to use his elite wrestling to take Hooker down and control him for the full 25 minutes. However, Hooker doesn't appear fazed by those comments, believing that Tsarukyan's fighting style isn't as predictable as he makes it sound. During a recent interview with Home of Fight, Hooker explained that while Tsarukyan may be emphasizing his wrestling approach publicly, his in-cage tendencies often tell a different story. "He's kind of a fighter that fights fire with fire," Hooker said. "If you strike with him, he'll strike. If you wrestle with him, he'll wrestle. He's capable everywhere." Hooker acknowledged Tsarukyan's well-rounded skill set but made it clear that he's prepared for every possible scenario inside the octagon. Hooker went on to address Tsarukyan's belief that constant grappling exchanges would wear him down over the course of the fight. "He keeps saying we're going to wrestle, and I'm going to get tired," Hooker noted with a grin. But he forgets that wrestling isn't a one-way street. You can't wrestle someone and only make them tired. It drags both guys into the pit. "I'm ready to get tired. You can't break me by making me tired. I'm already tired." His comments reflected the gritty mindset that has made Hooker a fan favorite throughout his career. An unbreakable will, a readiness for war, and a refusal to be outworked. Despite the competitive tension between them, Hooker also gave Tsarukyan his due credit. He openly acknowledged the Armenian-Russian contender as one of the most skilled fighters in the lightweight division, possibly even more talented than the current champion. "Regardless of the bad blood, I feel like he's the best fighter in the division, skill for skill, including the champion," Hooker said. "You want to beat the best guy you can possibly get your hands on." While many fans were hoping for a matchup between Hooker and Justin Gaethje, the New Zealand striker revealed that Tsarukyan was the fight he personally wanted. A victory over such a high-caliber opponent would catapult Hooker back into title contention, potentially earning him a long-awaited shot at the lightweight crown, possibly even against Iliad Topuria should he move up in weight. For Hooker, UFC Qatar represents not just another fight, but a defining moment in his pursuit of championship glory. Rumors are heating up in the MMA world as speculation grows that Khamzat Chimaev could be facing Reinier de Ridder next. Following the recent withdrawal of Anthony Hernandez from the UFC Vancouver card, fans began speculating about the next potential challenger for Chimaev's middleweight title. Many assumed that Nassourdine Imavov would be next in line, but recent developments suggest a surprising twist. De Ridder may be the man standing across the octagon from Chimaev in his first title defense. During his Media Day appearance De Ridder himself hinted at this possibility, explaining that Imavov isn't currently being considered for the title shot. "Yeah, Imavov's not getting the shot. That's why they haven't announced it," De Ridder stated confidently. However, he acknowledged that before any of this can materialize, he must first get past Brendan Allen this weekend. A matchup that could determine the next contender for Chimaev's belt. De Ridder, the former One Championship double champion, brings an impressive skill set that has caught the attention of fans and analysts alike. Known for his elite grappling and submission prowess, RDR also possesses a dangerous striking game, particularly his sharp knees and long-range combinations. His ability to transition smoothly between striking and ground control makes him one of the most well-rounded fighters outside the UFC, and now, possibly, one of its newest title threats. Joe Rogan weighed in on the potential matchup between Chimaev and De Ridder, calling it one of the most intriguing stylistic clashes in recent memory. Rogan described De Ridder as a serious threat to Chimaev, citing his size, technical grappling, and composure under pressure. "He's got that long lead knee that he throws with power, excellent grappling, and toughness," Rogan said. "If anyone can test Khamzat on the ground and in the clinch, it's him." Chimaev, who captured the middleweight title in dominant fashion at UFC 319 has yet to announce his first title defense. The UFC has remained silent on his next opponent, fueling speculation that they might be waiting for the outcome of De Ridder's fight this weekend. If RDR secures a highlight reel finish over Brendan Allen, especially after his recent unanimous decision win over Caio Borralho it could be enough to guarantee him the next title shot. Should this matchup come to fruition, fans could witness one of the most technically fascinating and physically demanding title fights in recent UFC history. A clash between two undefeated grappling phenoms with very different paths to greatness. Ronda Rousey has once again sparked speculation about a potential return to the UFC, reigniting conversations that have lingered since the build-up to the UFC 300 card. The former women's bantamweight champion, who helped revolutionize women's MMA, initially dismissed any chance of a comeback, citing neurological concerns that would prevent her from safely competing again. However, her recent comments suggest that while an official return isn't confirmed, the idea might not be as far-fetched as once believed. During a recent interview on The Breakfast Club Rousey opened up about her renewed interest in training and how it all started rather unexpectedly. She explained that after giving birth and focusing on recovery, she began training again to help a friend and coach earn his black belt in judo. "I have a cage in my garage," Rousey revealed. "One of my coaches wanted to get his black belt, so I started helping him. I had some mats set up, and we started doing judo. Then, I started enjoying it again." As Rousey began working more on the mats, what started as casual training evolved into a more consistent routine. Her coach also trained in wrestling and jiu-jitsu, which inspired her to roll and spar more regularly. "We started mixing it up a little, rolling around, doing jiu-jitsu. Then my strength and conditioning coach, who's been with me for years, started coming back too," she said. Rousey laughed as she described how people around her immediately assumed her training meant she was preparing for a return to competition. "It's funny, everyone's like, 'What are you training for?' And I'm like, 'For my own joy.' Is that bad?" Despite insisting that she's training purely for personal fulfillment, Rousey couldn't help but express her trademark confidence and competitive fire. "People see me training and say I look great, and I tell them, of course I do. I'm the greatest ever. This is what happens when I train." She emphasized that she doesn't need a world title or comeback plan to justify getting back into fighting shape. Still, Rousey acknowledged that in combat sports, no one is ever truly done. She referenced Mike Tyson's comeback as proof that even legends can return under the right circumstances. Mike Tyson came back and had the biggest fight of last year, she said. It shows that no one's ever really finished. However, the key question remains. Even if Rousey wanted to return, could she get medically cleared? Given her previous admissions about neurological issues, licensing could prove to be a major obstacle. Nonetheless, Rousey's passion, charisma, and presence in the sport continue to captivate fans, and her recent comments have reignited hope that the pioneer of women's MMA might step into the octagon one last time. During a recent livestream UFC fighter Sean Strickland and content creator Nina Drama engaged in a heated exchange that quickly caught the attention of fans online. The two, who were playing pickleball together during the stream, found themselves in an unexpected verbal back and forth after Strickland made a joking remark that struck a nerve. The argument began when Strickland referred to one of Nina's friends using the nickname cholesterol. Although it's unclear who exactly he was referring to or why he chose that name, the comment immediately set off a tense exchange. Nina, known for her sharp personality and humor, broke character during the stream, appearing genuinely irritated by Strickland's teasing. As the conversation unfolded, Strickland attempted to frame his remark as light-hearted banter, calling himself the voice of reason, while questioning whether Nina's friend truly thinks deeply about world issues. "Do you think cholesterol lays in bed at night pondering world politics?" he asked sarcastically. This comment triggered Nina, who fired back passionately, defending her friend's intelligence and integrity. "Don't talk about her like that," Nina shot back. "Just because she's not on a livestream talking about politics doesn't mean she doesn't have profound thoughts or opinions. She has her own experiences and doesn't need to broadcast them to the world." Nina continued to push back, emphasizing the importance of empathy and inclusivity. "She's considerate of the people in the space she's in," she said, contrasting that with Strickland's blunt and often confrontational communication style. Strickland, however, escalated the tension by adding, "You left out one key detail. She's a woman, so it's probably wrong." That remark drew visible frustration from Nina, who accused him of intentionally provoking her just to make a point. The discussion spiraled into a debate over work, intelligence, and gender roles. Strickland questioned whether Nina's friend could possibly reflect deeply on world issues given her busy schedule, to which Nina quickly responded, "It's called multitasking. Women do it very well." She defended her friend's work ethic, explaining that she's far from average, and plays an essential role in making things function in the real world. As the exchange grew more personal, Strickland joked that Nina was getting aggressive, and even suggested it might be that time of the month, further irritating her. Nina accused him of trying to twist the narrative and make an example out of her friend to prove a broader point, something she compared to political manipulation. By the end of the stream, both appeared frustrated but maintained some humor, typical of Strickland's controversial and provocative persona. The heated back and forth showcased the volatile chemistry between the two personalities, blending humor, sarcasm, and genuine irritation, leaving viewers wondering how much was performance and how much was real tension.